You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On third down, Griffin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This will be fielded at the 17. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. LeGarrette Blount past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Wide open receiver complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun. Griffin in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The rookie from Tennessee, Derek Barnett. And that's going to bring up a second and forever. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, Griffin. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Griffin. And some room to... Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he fields it cleanly. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That goes for a gain of 31.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. First down, a run with Smallwood. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Wentz going to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw is RG3. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. A run with Smallwood. Oh, he bowls over him. And he caught it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
All these years we've been watching the game, I started to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Second down now after the pass completion. Now it's Griffin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, Wentz. Smith catches left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wentz to throw again. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards that time for number 19.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Griffin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And it's the Jets who are leading in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he's able to put it through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the interception, here's Griffin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Smallwood. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Aldrick Robinson, 97 yards. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it here with Blunt. Space to run past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blunt with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Eagles continue to roll. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Here's Blunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this is going to miss wide to the left for Sturgis. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Wentz. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Griffin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they try the right side here. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Griffin. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Gold now out to kick it away. Short kick, one of the up middle. Now a hit and a loose football. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Eagles, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.